Hit like a kind of new low weight today. 230, 230 something, 236-ish. Still got a long way to go. Still a lot long. Look at all that. Do you see that? Look at this chunk. Gross. And yeah. So today's plan, Megan's knee is feeling weird, but she's gonna come to the gym anyways because she's the best and she knows I need a spot, right? And I'm gonna do some flat today, and then I want to get in. I want to make sure I have enough time for some delts. All right, we're gonna get going and see you at the old Muscle Factory. Got a T-shirt from there. It's $20, so I'm gonna wear it every day.
Good old 315. It's funny how many times I've lifted this weight, and from like maybe 2000 and I don't even know the first time I benched this for like one, maybe 2000, maybe like 16 or something. 2017, benched this for the first time for one, and over the years, it's gone from like a maybe a 1 rep max to like, oh, I can do it for a couple, to like, oh, I can do it for a few, to like, wow, I just got like 5 of those, holy crap. And then to like, oh my God, my first ever set of 10. And this is over years, this didn't happen fast. And then now it's just like a little, it's just like a little baby weight, you know? But did you hear the years I was just saying? 2017, I did this for one, and it's 2025. This fitness journey thing, it's not even about getting somewhere, it's just about enjoying the process of going from I'm small and weak and I have no muscle and I'm a loser and I have no self-confidence to, hey, you know what? I'm actually building something pretty sweet here, you know? That's the whole point. Oh, whoa, this thing's all rickety. I think today is the first day that I am feeling the diet, where I came in the gym and I didn't feel like a monster, you know? You guys see this? What's 230? That's 460, basically 500 pounds roughly. You know this guy? I just found his page like recently. He's a big boy and he's like 20 something, looks like 40. Today's a System of a Down for music kind of day. The part of dieting down that I find, for me, that was the hardest. Like after you build some sort of base of muscle, you do want to see what you look like underneath it. And if you're really thin, really skinny, you don't maybe have a lot of tissue, a lot of muscle on your body, you know, and especially if you're just a young kid, you're a natural athlete, maybe you're in your teen years, your 20s, maybe even your 30s, and you're like brand new to the gym, you're just working out and all these things, and you're like, if I diet to get lean and in shape and look conditioned and look, you know, have all my cuts and everything, I'm gonna just be really skinny. And I don't want to be really skinny, so I want to build my muscle first. But while you're building your muscle, you might get a little softer and pudgier. And it's cool, like just lay the foundation, just push your weight up for a few years, honestly. Just build up for a few years. So build to the point that if you were gonna diet from wherever you are, you wouldn't look all skinny and like you don't even lift weights. You know, you want to actually have some tissue before you diet down to reveal that tissue. Some people are gonna be more genetically gifted in the metabolism department, obviously. But one thing, as you start doing your dieting, maybe first time dieting and you get lean, then you bulk for a little bit, then you diet down again. Like as those diets go, something you're gonna see is, as you get stronger in the gym, you're gonna have problems with how attached you are to your strength. And it's not a bad thing, like it's having pride in your work. Like you've built your physique to the point that you can push and pull and squat and, you know, do all this. And then you start dieting, you're like, wow, my strength's going down a little bit. That mental battle, the two parts of dieting that I think push people away and they don't ever get to see the results is while they're training, they get aggravated and frustrated and whatever, that their strength isn't like peaked. And then they come to the gym and they feel their numbers are dropping and they're not as strong or the weight feels heavy and they're like, you might think, oh, I'm losing muscle, or you might think whatever. You're not losing muscle, you're just not getting enough, you're just not getting the same energy in your body as you were, you know, prior, which is cool. Like, it's not that your muscle's going away because your reps went down. It's just the car engine's not getting enough fuel in it to go the distance that it used to go. Now it runs out of fuel a little early. That doesn't mean the engine's fucked up or that the engine's losing size or the engine's losing horsepower. The other thing is just the hunger, man. It's just the hunger. So if you can like tackle those two pillars, like while I'm in the gym, I need to mentally be in a place where I know that my strength's gonna be dipping a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay. You're not gonna feel fantastic every single workout. Especially the leaner you get, the worse you feel, you know? Not that you feel so horrible, but you just start to feel worse, I would say, in terms of your energy levels and your strength and your power and your excitement to go, you know, try to PR. It's like, where's that gonna come from? The other thing is the other, you know, many hours of the day when you're hungry and you just want to eat and you can't, and you finish your meal in like 2 seconds and you're like, where did my food go? So those two hurdles, I think, really prevent 90+% of people from really having a great physique, because they'll commit to the bulking, they'll commit to eating all the food and PRing in the gym. I mean, dude, how awesome is that? To be strong all the time, to be big all the time, or feel big for you all the time, not really be hungry, and then you start dieting, you lose your strength in the gym, you feel smaller in your clothes, and you're hungry all the time, and you feel like crap. It's like, the only thing keeping you on that track is that your physique looks the way that you've always wanted it to look, at least for the, you know, for the place that you're at. So those two things, if you can just get through them and just work with them and mature, be more mature mentally, to say, this isn't the final destination, this is just a pit stop on my journey. And just be hungry, have some gum, have a diet soda, whatever. Have a pickle, have some celery, or just suck it up and just deal with it, you know? And when you're in the gym, dude, this is not gonna fly today like it was flying when I was eating 100 carbs a meal. If I'm eating 100 carbs a day, I can't walk in here and expect this to move, or else I'm gonna set myself up for disappointment. So I just wanna move this as best that I can. I'm just gonna do a couple of reps and then go up. You know those warm-up sets where the weight moves so fast and you're like, dude, it's gonna be a good day. You know, it's just, you can't have that every single time on a diet. When your food's not that high, your body fat levels come down, energy levels come down. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Need help?
I'm gonna do that again, because you guys know I love my 2 sets at each weight. And I'm hoping for the second set to be a little bit more powerful and more controlled and more build my mental confidence. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yep. There we go. Okay, that felt good. So that was fast. Now I can go to 4 and move on from there. Just a lift, and I'm gonna do 1. All right, ready? On 3. 1, 2. Oh, that was slower than I wanted. Dang it. Whenever a rep like that happens, I get so discouraged. I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta do it again for a single and like break through this mental hurdle that I'm gonna have a bad workout today. I went into the gym today thinking I'm not gonna have a good workout. We ran out of salt. You might not think it's a big deal, but dude, having all my food today with no sodium, I feel weird. It just feels different. I can tell that I haven't had any sodium because I don't feel hydrated, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I just hate when I get like that. I'll have like one weird thing. I'll sleep for like 6.5 hours, 7 hours instead of like 7 to 7.5. And I'll be like, oh, my workout today is gonna suck. And I do that to myself. I don't know why. It's so stupid. But I'll do this again for a single, and then I'm gonna go up. I like having someone's hands on the bar, even if they're not doing anything. Just mentally I go, okay, like if it's not that I'm worried that I can't like complete the rep. It's more that like I'll press and like I might like slip or something, like my foot might go like that, or like I'll just start the set with my head like off to the center, off center, and like as I'm pressing I'll be tilted to one side, and this person can just be like, hey, come back here, you know, and keep me going. I like that aspect of having someone's hands on the bar, but when they start helping me, you know, then you can tell, all right, someone's spotting me now. I can feel the weight getting lighter as I'm getting tired. It doesn't make any sense. All right, goal here, I just want to get a few by myself, have Megan spot me on a few, call it a day. Keep it really simple. 1, 2, yep. Oh my. That was good. How many did you help on? Like the last one or something, or last 2? It's not bad. For having a couple of pieces of potato today, doing 2 cardio sessions a day, I think I'm all right. So I dropped the weight a little bit. I want to do 2 sets around this weight, bring my reps up a touch, maybe get closer to like 7, 8, 9, 10-ish. And I saw this thing, like, it was like a post or something, and someone was like, oh, you know, Kevin Levrone tore his pec benching, and this person got hurt doing this. And it's like, dude, Dorian, how many muscles did Dorian tear on machines? Kevin Levrone worked out like 40% of the year. You know what I mean? Like, he tore his pec one time. So it's like, okay, cool. Like, what, are you gonna never drive a car again? Because one person got in an accident that one time? You know what I mean? I think when you're getting leaner, people will get hurt because they're trying to still do the weight they were doing on the bulk, and then when they're bulking, they get hurt because they go too fast. So I don't mind that this is a little bit lighter than I want it to be. I'm not trying to get hurt, but I'm still trying to do the exercises, like keep the heavy exercises in on your diet, but maybe you have to just adjust the weight a little bit to follow the natural progression of a diet, which is you just get a little bit weaker. But don't worry, your muscle is still there. Ready? 1, 2. Yep. I felt one rep go like, whoa. I don't know, I hate when that happens. I'll be benching and then I'll just be like, why am I off center or something? The chest is definitely pumped to the max. This is how we stand. Got that shelf. Second to last one. Last straight set after this drop set. Yep. My brain was like, go. All right, one more, drop set. Oh man, these workouts are getting tough, and they're only gonna get tougher as I get weaker and more frail and more stringy and stupid looking. No, my physique's coming together, I would say. I think I need another few weeks, and then from that few weeks, another hard few weeks to like really peel all the fat off. Not all of it, I'm not going contest shape, I'm going 3 to 4 weeks out of contest shape. Super lean, but not, you know, I can't even think straight lean. That's the goal. So a few more weeks to get to the point where it's like, all right, let's take a pause. I'm really into diet breaks. I love diet breaks. When there's no contest, there's no deadline. You diet. When your body needs a little bit of maybe a rest, give it a little bit of food, come off the cardio just a little bit, kind of just give it like some rest. You might be holding some water. A lot of the times, guys that I diet, I'll push them. Their weight will sort of plateau. I know they're not holding body fat. They're not burning enough calories. They're not in a calorie deficit. They are. They're just holding water because your body's first response to stress is water retention. So if you think about this right here, I don't really know what this is in you know, I'm pounds, ounces, measurements in my head, but like a Poland Spring 16.9 fluid ounce bottle of water, that's 16.9 fluid ounce, that's over a pound. Think about how small that is and how little water that is. You don't think you can disperse a pound over your whole entire body, in your muscles, under your skin, subcutaneously, you know, holding into your digestive system? Like, if you don't think you can hold a few pounds of water like that, just remember, your body responds to stress by holding water. Your digestion also slows down. This longer term things like your sex drive will start to go down, you know, your brain fog you'll start to notice, but just the more immediate stuff is like, you just hold water. You're fatigued, you're holding water, you know, it's whatever. So taking a little diet break is good. So my plan is to just push me close to my final form that I want to be in, and then take a little bit of a break, maybe a week, bring my carbs up just a little bit. I don't want to bulk. I'm not trying to like PR and go off the rails. I'm just saying just a break, like a maintenance-ish week, and then right back into it and just basically just keep pounding away until the shit falls off. And then we'll be diced. All right, now we're doing our drop set. That doesn't do anything, it doesn't work, it doesn't build any muscle, has no place in bodybuilding. Yep, got it, I got it. Yep. Oh, come on. Oh, that's it, that's it. Jeez. Once I get to failure, it's always 10 more. Yeah, okay. 10, okay? One more. Dude, that sucks. Crazy pump. Damn. Feels just inflated with air to the max. Don't do that. It's bad for you. I know I said I was gonna do dumbbell press second. I was feeling like just hitting this machine second. It's kind of crooked. It's okay. I'm just sitting off center in the seat, but I'm doing it because the machine's actually kind of fucked up. So with these flies, I'm a Jay Cutler kind of. Not that I saw him do it and I do it, but I saw him kind of like how he has his chin tucked. He doesn't do up to the ceiling. He has his chin kind of like tucked, and his shoulder blades are retracted as far back as possible. Because this exercise for me is all about opening up my chest. This, from here to here, I don't think is building much muscle, this. But I think here to here and back to here builds a lot of muscle. This is just a nice, like, let me finish, lock my chest out, get that crazy contraction. I'm not a fan of low reps on this. I'm a fan of maybe double-digit reps, 10 plus, and keeping the rest intervals a little bit shorter. My benching, my deadlifting, squatting, those are all the longer, you know, rest intervals because I want to be as strong as possible. But once I'm here, is it cool?
What camera is it?
Bro, that camera's like 12 years old.
Really?
Yeah, it was $90.
Crazy.
Yeah. But I like it because it looks like our generation camera. A little bit, not too much. A little bit.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's I think it's from 2000 and maybe 12 or 2013 this camera came out.
You should really start doing more content.
I am, dude. I'm filming every workout. Yeah. The only thing weird about this feed, you have to get like both arms at once. You can't do like the one arm start. I'm not doing my reps fast or slow. I'm just doing them in a way that I feel like is really tearing the muscle and contracting. Controlling it, contracting. Controlling it, contracting. Pretty different style of training than powerful, fast deadlifts, powerful, fast barbell rows, powerful, fast bench. But they both serve a purpose, in my opinion, and have both been tools in building my physique. So why would I abandon something that works, you know? Oh my God. Ah, when you can't get any more. Just partials, bro, partials. Oh my God, that's crazy. So a funny thing I've heard people say is, oh, I don't feel X whatever exercise in my whatever muscle. I don't feel squats in my quads. Okay, but like, do you feel leg extensions in your quads? You'd probably say, yeah, the pump from leg extensions is insane. However, if I said to you, hey, you have to do only leg extensions to build your legs, you'd be like, well, I'm not really gonna have that great of a set of legs in 6, 12, 18 months because I'm limited to just something that doesn't load the muscle with a ton of weight. I get a crazy pump though. And then I would say, yeah, but you just told me that you don't feel squats in your quads, which means that to feel a muscle means it has to be the right one to do and works the best and builds the most muscle. It's like sometimes you're not gonna feel the muscle contract while you're training it, but dude, it's fucking training the muscle. This exercise, I feel in my chest every millisecond of the whole thing. I feel it constantly the entire time. However, I would not be able to build the chest that I have today if I just did this. So that's something that I encourage you guys to maybe venture into, is getting away from worrying about, do I feel the muscle there, on a compound movement. Like right there, oh my God, I feel like my chest is gonna rip off my rib cage. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh, fuck. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Damn, dude, that thing kills. So next to me is this woman named Paula. She's an IFBB pro. I'm not gonna aim the camera at her. She is humongous. I mean, she makes me look tiny. She is so jacked. Everywhere, her whole body, every muscle on her body is jacked. And she's training probably, 15 feet away from me. Dude, people look a certain way online. When you see an IFBB pro in person, it's just another experience versus your phone. They are so big. Like, they're IFBB pros for a reason, especially in like open bodybuilding, those classes where they're just big and huge and shredded and lumpy and jacked. There's an element to this where you're almost coming open with your arms and like it comes up a little bit. I don't think you do it on purpose, or I do it on purpose, but so for me, I'm coming here and like, I feel like I can get more range of motion, but in order for me to do so, I have to kind of shrug a little bit, which I don't think is a bad thing. Okay, I'm good there. Oh, damn, dude. Oh, man. So, I'm on this thing, which is cool. Try to get everything I can out of this plate press, whatever it is. So I did some pressing, did some flies. Now I'm back to pressing. And last, I don't know what I'm gonna do last. If I can get over there and grab that pin loaded one, that would be cool. Maybe even a dumbbell press. I mean, I don't really care. I just wanna do 4 exercises, and I want 3 of them to be pressing related, and I want 1 of them to be a fly. And of the 3 pressing, I want at least 1 to be an incline, and then the other workout I do, 2 of them are incline. I think for me, flat pressing or straight on pressing is really builds my chest and my upper chest quite a bit. But I used to say this 7 years ago when I was personal training, and guys would be like, hey, when I do incline bench, my shoulder hurts. And I would say, all right, well, take your hand, try to do it like this. Take your hand and straight press, and then where does my chest contract at an incline? How much higher do I really need to go to make this an incline press that's gonna hit my upper chest? So if you basically just come out straight in front of you, right? You come up like 2 inches, and you're gonna feel your upper chest contract. You don't that's not that steep of an incline. I mean, it's barely an incline. So for your upper chest, it's not like flat is here or straight pressing is here, and like an incline has to be like here. It's like flat, incline. It's very, very subtle. So me on this thing, I adjusted the seat so that as I'm pressing, I'm not all up here. I just want to come out and like scoop up. I want to come out and scoop up to my upper chest. losing my steam. So I was talking to a friend of mine. He asked me, you know, how like my diet was going or whatever. I'm doing his nutrition, so I'm helping him with his dieting and him getting in shape. And he asked me like, hey, how's your diet going? I was like, it's good. I was like, you know, it's 236 today, whatever. And he was like, wow, 236, whatever. And I was like, yeah, but dude, I started at 230. And before that, I was 242. Dude, just think about just check out this weight jump. I was 242, and then I dropped down to 230 in 6 days. I was taking Primobolan, that was not Primobolan, and it was testosterone, basically. And yeah, so I want to go and tell you guys all about my fake supplements, my fake gear story at the end of this. Man, sometimes when you have a plan in mind for your workout and it's maybe a little difficult, or maybe you're running into some problems, or maybe it just feels weird, your workout just doesn't feel right. Because for me, I'm a big objective data person. Did I lift more weight last week than this week? Did I improve my rep quality? Did I do something that progresses me? But sometimes you just feel off and you're like, damn, if I switch this up, like, am I a baby? Am I a loser? Am I just backing out and taking the easy way out? Is this a cop-out? Right now, I feel like my muscles are just beat up right now. But it's not something I'm gonna, even though I want to stop doing this and I want to go into something more, you know, just kind of finish with chest, I'm not gonna finish chest yet. I'm still early in my diet. I have nothing to complain about. I'm just a little tired. And sometimes you gotta smack yourself in the face and say, dude, what are you doing? If your training buddy was here, or if some girl you were trying to impress was here, or if your favorite bodybuilder was here, you know, would you back out of your sets? And I'm gonna say no, I'm gonna do it. Let's do a quick little drop. Let's go down to 1. I'm really excited to see my physique in a few weeks. And then, you know, be able to show you guys like, hey, this is what I've built. And I'm encouraging you. I'm trying to encourage you to train really hard, to stick to your meals, you know, invest in yourself, hire someone, hire me, hire anybody that has a proven track record to run your nutrition for you and your cardio. And you have all this muscle under your body fat, you might as well reveal it. God. All right, so last exercise. I'm not doing anything crazy with weight. I'm just gonna rep out this weight as many times as I can. I'm not really sure where to sit, 'cause I've honestly never done this before. This is one of those converging hands come together machines, which is not my favorite. Just feels weird to me, but it's cool. So something that I'm doing on this, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm almost like I'm pretending like this is a barbell, and I'm bringing the bar like up here, and my elbows are a lot more flared. And for me, in my opinion, I think putting your muscle in just a slightly compromised position, not to the point that you're gonna get hurt, just like a kind of like the Mike O'Hearn philosophy that he touches on sometimes. One of his, you know, training methods is he likes to put muscles and joints into mechanically disadvantageous positions to build the integrity there. I'm not doing this to build integrity in the, you know, in my glenohumeral, like I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to open up and I'm trying to flare my elbows and get chest fibers activated from an elbow flared position without worrying about getting hurt. I'm on a machine. So I invite you guys on maybe a Smith machine or maybe on a machine like this, something that's super safe, where you can just bring the weight down and you're gonna, instead of pressing like how you normally press, you're gonna press almost up here. And when you do so, you're almost thinking of, I wanna open up my chest like this. I don't wanna bench with a closed, internally rotated shoulder. I wanna bench really chest tall. So I'm sticking my chest up, like my posture is like very exaggerated. So I'm not just lying here like this. I'm gonna elevate my chest and try to stick my sternum and aim it at the wall behind me. And what that's gonna allow me to do is, as I lower this, instead of benching like this, like a regular bench press, I'm benching like this. Scoot down, and my elbows are super flared, and it's just getting a different sensation in my chest, especially my upper chest, because it's pulling across my front delt. I almost want it to, like I said, I'm imagining like it's gonna go into my neck. If there was a bar here, it would almost hit my upper chest with my elbows flared out. It's like a guillotine press. Partials to finish. So I'm gonna try to put this at another angle so you can see. Basically, like I just said, this right here normally would be coming down to my chest. You know, and if I'm trying to be as strong as possible and hit my overall chest, I'm gonna be about here. Benching, pressing, whatever it is from here. But what I wanna do is almost come here, but I don't wanna just raise my arms up and press like behind me. I gotta like match it with a elevated sternum and a flared elbow. So here's like normal benching right here. Elbows are kind of, you know, by my side. Bars coming down to where like my nipple line is. But what I want to do is come down even more. And then what I want to do is come out with my elbows, and my head naturally, for me, my head just lifts up, it just does. And now I'm getting this crazy upper chest into my front delt stretch. And this make-believe bar would be going to where my neck is. There's always going to be a point in time where your muscles just kind of stop feeling awesome. Maybe a little bit beat up, but I mean they start feeling like crap. Like your muscles are just not, the pump's starting to diminish. And that's when it's time to move on. So I'm good with chest. We're gonna go into some side delts. Right now what I wanna do is do the Arnold style side raise. I'm gonna be using a decline bench. So this is the kind of Arnold, old school Arnold exercise from Pumping Iron. He basically sits on like a decline bench or an incline bench, depending on, just an angled bench. And he's kind of like down here. And you just gotta kind of figure out how to stabilize yourself. So for me, obviously I don't want to hit this bar. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be here. And so when I do a side raise standing, like let's say I'm standing, I'm doing a side raise. From here to here, I'm not really getting anything out of this. There's no tension on my side delt. However, up here is where I get all this tension. This is where I feel a pump, where I feel a contraction. A lot of blood goes there and you go, wow, my side delts are working really hard. Yeah, they are. However, you're missing sort of the bottom end as far as tension. So a lot of people will grab a cable and they'll stand with the cable, pretend I'm holding a cable, the cable arm is going that way away from me, and right when you grab it, you're immediately got tension on your side delt, and as you raise the cable up, you're getting tension the entire way, which is awesome. This is just more of a free weight version of that, and what I'm gonna do is just sit like this, and guess what? Right here, I already have tension on my side delt. But from here to here, I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna let the weight come in front of my body. Like I said, you gotta kind of figure out how to sit on the bench. And my elbow is just right here, and I'm just here. And I'm just boom. And I'm on rep number 3, and my side delt is burning. Like here I get tension, here, I get tension all the way up, even right there. Remember, set the tone or set the pace with your weaker, smaller side. Do as many reps as you can with that side with whatever weight you're doing. And then on your stronger, more developed side, just match those reps. And that's how you fix muscle imbalances, is you do one side at a time. You're still gonna do both sides, but you're gonna set the pace with your weaker side and only match the reps with your stronger side. Oh my God. Oh, I wish you guys could feel how much this fucking burns. Oh. And then from here, I go into like this upright row type motion where it's less fly and more upright row. Still in my side delts. Oh, this is so painful. Oh my God. Oh man. Now I'm gonna do the other side. I'm not sure if watching or seeing me from this angle is really gonna help you guys out, but here it is from this side. You're just gonna sit like this, and you're down here. Boom, boom, boom. My left side for me is stronger, so I'm not gonna go crazy failure because my left side is more developed than my right by just a little bit. And then go into these upright rows. One more. So I just said bye to my friend that I made here. He's really cool. His name is Joshua, and he here for a few weeks, made friends, and then he's leaving me. So I still really not made any friends as far as like, you know, training partners and stuff. But I'm enjoying working out by myself. I don't know if you guys enjoy working out by yourself or with people. Sometimes when I have someone with me, the workout's definitely longer because you're chatting and you become friends, but you get that extra push, that extra spot, that extra motivation. But when you're training by yourself, you can sort of like get in your own little zone. You can set your own pace. You can do the exercise you can make your workout exactly how you want. There's pros and cons to both. I have Megan, which is like, she's not a training partner except for squats, but she's also not like a stranger or nothing, you know? So we kind of have like a nice thing going between me and her. I could never train with my, you know, significant other though. There's no way. There's no chance. The muscles that I want to grow and build and focus on versus her, versus the weight I use versus her, versus, you know, how intense I want to push myself and murder myself on some of these exercises. But we do really well together. But yeah, he's going to Vietnam, and maybe I'll see him someday, maybe I won't. But the gym community is just so awesome. So, you know, make your friends, build relationships, add each other online. You never know when you'll see each other again. I can't even talk. Oh my God. Oh. I'm trying to stay accountable and rest like here instead of just resting, like I'm resting here. Alright, to the other side. I'm not gonna video every single one of these. I mean, you guys kind of get the picture here. I wish I could just find a spot to maybe pose for a minute, but we'll see. So now, this side, like I said, is my stronger side. Once I get to that crazy burning sensation, I don't just go past it and go crazy failure. I hit it and I go cool, and I move on. I end the set. If you have imbalances in your biceps, same thing. Start the set. Let's say your right arm is weaker than your left. Start your individual dumbbell bicep curls with your right arm, and then finish with your right arm. So every single time you do a set, your right arm is getting an extra rep, and you're stopping your set when your right arm fatigues, not your left arm. It's a perfect way to balance out biceps if you're doing individual dumbbell curls. Oh. Like I could have kept going there, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna push extra reps on this side. I'm just gonna do what I did on my right, but let the right get a little bit more work. Oh my God. burns like crazy, man. Crazy burn. This is one of my favorites. So I don't throw every like trick in my toolbox every single side delt session. I don't do every single side delt movement that I like. I'll do a couple, and then the other workout where I do arms, I'll do the other ones that I like. And 2 times a week, I'm hitting my side delts pretty hard. It's been tough for me to film arm days. I feel like every time I come, the place is just mobbed. But I'm doing my upright rows, lying down. I'm keeping my shoulders relaxed, like my scapular, I mean, relaxed. My traps are relaxed. I'm not shrugging the weight up. And this is a really good exercise to do maybe second. After you get a good pump, after you get a good mind-muscle connection in your delts, throw this in. Oh my God. I don't rest long on this, maybe 30 seconds, you know? I think this is a good exercise to throw in just because it's like you're rowing, so your strength can kind of, you know, you can almost like get a little bit of momentum, get a little bit of body language, a little bit of, you know, you're not just textbook form every single rep. You can get a little bit of, you know, and kind of haul it up. So I can go a little bit, maybe 80% B plus form, B to B plus form, I think is awesome. The exercise I just did, dude, there's no cheating on that. You literally can't. You're like lying down on a bench. There's just no way you could ever really swing that weight up unless you literally swing it up. But then at that point, I wouldn't even, it's almost like body language on that would sort of make it worse, whereas body language on something like this makes it better. Right here, a little body language. Dude, delts are so pumped. I wish there was just no one around. Just take the shirt off, admire the pump, you know, admire the physique that we got going on right now. All right, let's go. And as I'm sort of doing this, I'm imagining like, you know, the Jay Cutler. My hands are just hooks. I mean, literally, my hands are just this, and they just do this. And I'm pulling here, like I'm pulling like as if this was dead. Like this is like dead nothing. I'm paralyzed from here down. Not that that's a joke. I'm just saying that it's like, pretend like your arm is dead from here down, but like working from here up. And I'm trying to use this muscle, just like, oh wow, I'm just really sweaty. This muscle right here can stretch and contract by raising your elbow, but it just so happens that your elbow is attached to the entire rest of your body. So you can't just raise your elbow and leave the rest of your arm off. So that's what I'm imagining when I'm doing this. I'm imagining like my elbow is just being pulled behind me, but my hands are just holding on to this. I'm not using my bicep. I'm do one more of those. You should see the people staring at me right now. Like, camera out. I don't know, I'm probably one of the larger people in this area. And it's just something I have to get over, I think, is just having a camera filming me. And it's not even an iPhone. I have like a straight up camcorder. You know, this is obviously not like for, you know, an Instagram reel. Like I'm making full length content videos, you know, for YouTube. So something that I personally have to get over is worrying about what other people think about me. I'm not worried about what anyone thinks about me like any other time of the day, or like when I'm in the gym. I'm not worried about what people think about me, how I train. I'm not worried about really what anyone thinks about me at all. It's just, I always was like, oh, the internet is here with social media, fitness, and you're gonna have a tripod in the gym, like typical. Like who would learn from you? What could you possibly have to show me? Or like, what kind of physique have you really built that you deserve a platform for opinions? You know, and that was my original kind of judgment of people with tripods and things. And I'm the idiot because I'm all these years late, just realizing how I'm over here talking shit about people with tripods in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. And yet, in my early years of lifting, I was like desperate for finding people that were teaching me how to lift weights. And I'm so stupid that I have been under this impression or under this, I guess, judgment of others when they have a tripod in the gym for 5 years ago. And now I'm like, oh, this is just so cool to just record and share your life with people that you don't even know. But I hate that, like, I missed out. I didn't lose, I just missed out on many years of doing this because I had these judgments that people that do this are cheesy and cringy and like, dude, you can't even bench 3 plates and you have a camera in the gym. Like, you're under 200 pounds at 5'9", 5'10", 6 feet, and you have a camera. Like, where's your physique? You're in double-digit body fat, and you think you have an opinion that I should listen to? You know, I was very negative, and I regret it. I realized how the physique you have is such not a big deal. It's really like the personality, the information, and the entertainment you can provide, and the physique is almost like some credibility. But it's more about being relatable. At least I've found. Or the people that I like watching, I relate to them. Come on. One more. Fuck. That does it. That's it. 10 sets of side delts. All that chest work. I'm out of here. I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta get tons of chicken tenderloin, some ground beef, some bell peppers. Freaking love bell peppers. And a few other things. Fake supplements, fake gear story. It's not really that big of a deal, but when we were moving and figuring out like where we're gonna live and all these things, I knew we were gonna be in Albania for anywhere up to a year because that country and Georgia, and I think there might be a couple others. For U.S. citizens, you can stay there without a visa for a year, and they don't require you to have any like paperwork. You just show up if you have a passport and you can come in the country and stay for a year. And then you leave the country and then you can just come back in and it resets that year. Or you can just apply for a residency, which lets you stay long term. These countries like want tourism and they want to boost their economy. So that's sort of why they're very open with that stuff. I knew that the government was very, chill and very libertarian. It's a very like do what you want type of place. And I'm over here thinking, dude, all I need to be satisfied in my life is I need a gym, I need a grocery store, and that's kind of it. Like internet, you know what I mean? Like I don't have these big high maintenance needs or necessities from the place that we're going to go live. I knew the country we were going to move to, and that would buy us some time to figure out really where we were going to be more long term. Before we settled on Thailand. And I was just thinking, okay, how do I get my supplements? How do I get my super sups over there? And I was like researching on Reddit, how do you fly with this stuff? Can you ship it to yourself? Do you just put it in your carry-on? Do you put it in your checked bag? Do you take the labels off? Do you like get a prescription? Like, what do you do? And I mostly just found people, honestly, this was surprising to me, is just put it in your checked bag. Literally just put it as part of your luggage. Check it. They're not going to care. No one says nothing. I mean, I'm sure there's got to be a limit to that, but I was also nervous. I was like, I'm bringing a year's worth. A year. You know, I take a half a cc of 100 mig every day. So that's 350 a week. Hence my YouTube and my Instagram name is kind of like it's kind of like a joke. But that's it. And I was like, how the heck am I going to get, 30 vials or whatever it is? How am I going to get all that over on a plane? That's kind of a lot. It's not like 2 or 3 for a vacation. Like, how do I take a year's worth of stuff? Because over there, I didn't want to deal with shipping into the country. I just didn't want to deal with it. I don't want to risk it. So I figured, which risk is more? These people on Reddit and these people online that say they have no problem, having their stuff sent, and other people saying that they've done it in carry-ons, whatever. So I literally had everything in my checked bag and everything was cool. And right maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before we were going to go, 2 or 3 weeks before our flight, I was like, you know what? I want to see what all the hype is with Primo bowling. And people talk about it and they talk so highly of it and whatever. And I was like, just curious, like, all right, let me see like what this is all about. So I reached out to somebody that I trusted. The person that I got the test vials from, I know him. He doesn't make Primo. He makes maybe test and like 2 or 3 other things. And I bought in bulk and I got a really good price for buying, 20, 30 vials, whatever I bought. And I wanted to just have maybe like 3 months worth of Primo just to kind of see what it's all about. I don't think buying 4 weeks of something is even worth it. If you really want to see how something reacts to your body, then, get a few months worth and see what happens. So I bought like 3 months worth or whatever, maybe 16 weeks worth. And it was from someone that I thought I could trust. Apparently I can't, or maybe they don't know. They just don't know any better. And they think that, whatever. This particular lab, again, it's an underground lab. It's not pharmaceutical grade. It's not that it's not pharmaceutical grade. It's just that it's not from a pharmaceutical company. So you're just trusting someone and, someone's vouching for someone, and they even sent me a Janoschik. I don't know if you know Janoschik, but Jano space SHIK. Pretty famous, pretty well-known website, and they can test pretty much whatever you want. So they sent me even the testing, and at the time I didn't know that you could actually call them and verify. I didn't know that. I go, oh, dude, you sent me the PDF. It says, methanolone, enanthate, 100 milligrams, whatever, and then it says the amount per ml was 98.7 or 99.7 milligrams, and it was 99 whatever percent purity and whatever. And I was like, sweet, dude, awesome. This is so great. I felt so secure in that purchase. And I had, like I said, 4 months sent to me, whatever. So we get over to Albania and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to start the test and the Primo combined. So I did half a cc and half a cc. I just wanted to see what it was all about. Not that I was going to be on this forever and ever. I just wanted to see all right, everyone talks Primo is awesome. Lean this, you stay lean here, you stay lean there. Your estrogen's low. There's no side effects. It doesn't, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like this, the holy grail of, I don't know. It just seemed so hyped up. And I was like, sure, let me just try this out. And probably a week or 2 in, felt nothing, really. Didn't feel a single thing. Didn't feel any different. Didn't notice physically anything, cosmetically, internally, nothing. And I was like, oh, maybe it just needs a little bit more time. Again, it's an enanthate. It's not a prop. And month, nothing. 6 weeks. And then I actually started to feel worse. So now I'm like, is it in my head? Is it because I'm dieting that I feel worse? What's going on here with this? Why do I feel nothing that this particular thing is supposed to do? Why am I getting nothing? There's no benefit. I'm just getting negatives. So I think what happened is, I think it was just test. I don't think it was Masteron. I don't think it was an AI or a SERM. I don't think it was anything. I think literally I just got sent test E, 250 or test SIP 250. That's what I think I got. So the whole time I'm pinning a half a cc a day of what I think is 100 milligram Primo to get 350 total for the week. And meanwhile, I'm probably pinning 100 migs because a half a cc of 200 or 250. I'm pinning 100, 125 milligrams of fucking test E or C or whatever it was. Because, dude, my body was showing every possible sign of elevated estrogen levels. I was incredibly, incredibly mushy and soft in terms of the hardness to my muscle, how close the muscle was pushing up against my skin, my vascularity. I mean, dude, it was rough. I'm like looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, I'm dieting. And I look like just worse all the time. It looks like I'm holding water. It looks like I just have a film of just mushy. I'm soft. My sleep was all messed up. Like I'm thinking I'm on 350 test, 350 Primo. Really, the whole time I'm on over 1,000 milligrams of test is my guess, because I didn't get anything that Masteron would give you. And like, dude, if you're gonna send somebody fake stuff, wouldn't you just put in like? If someone tells you, hey, I'm moving out of the country, I'm like never going to talk to you again. I'm about to buy 4 months worth of something and you're going to fuck them over. Dude, you're just going to give them test and just say, sucker, see you later. And that was my problem. And dude, I consider myself pretty experienced in this game, and it really sucks. It's not that this was a stranger. Like, this was somebody that I knew who vouched for them and who said, use their products. I've used them. Everything is cool. They'll send you the test from the Jano Schick website that they, whatever. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, and I'm, whatever, man. Like, I've had no problems in the past trusting people and whatever. Dude, I'm telling you, like, aromatizing at that level was so bad. My sleep, like I said, it was all messed up. I looked horrible. And dude, you know what's the weirdest thing is, like, I'm dieting and I'm like, I'm not looking any better. Like, my weight is just staying. It's like barely budging. It was the weirdest thing ever. But you would think, oh, dude, you're on 1,000 milligrams of test. You should be like off the rails with all the, like you're picturing like a video game character. Speed, agility, endurance, power, defense, and you have like, out of 10, whatever. Like, you would think if you cranking your dial up to 1,000 migs plus a week, dude, you should be like, it's like, no, the more I was doing, the worse I felt. Worse. I felt so bad. So that was my experience with that, and I threw away the last few vials because I knew they were junk. I didn't even know what they were. It's just a fucking mystery. And I don't think Primo is real for 99% of the time that you're speaking to somebody about it. I mean, if it doesn't say Bayer on the box, if it's not from a pharmaceutical company, I don't think it's worth risking specifically just Primobolan. Underground Labs have carried the bodybuilding world in terms of enhancements for decades. When it comes to something as exclusive and discreet and like secretive and so valued and so like, how it is, and like, for example, like somatropin, I think Underground Labs have really, really solid somatropin at a third of the price of Serostim. If you don't know what that is, just, look up Serostim, Serostim, and look up somatropin, SOMA, tropin, TROPIN. So person A, for example, the company Biolab UK, they sell somatropin, and it's like €200. So in dollars, maybe it's, a little over $200. And you can use a discount code. If you buy a certain amount, you get free shipping. You can use someone's code for this on top of a code, whatever. So it comes out to like maybe just over $200 for a kit, and that kit can last you about 25 to 30 days, depending on your dose, whatever. And I think that it's a great product. Serostim, which is like basically the exact same thing, but pharmaceutical grade. It's the same product, but one comes from a pharmaceutical company and one comes from who the hell knows where. Biolab UK with a nice box and a nice logo, and these nice people are representing them. You don't know what it is real. You don't know the real secret behind it and what's really going on. Just because it's packaged nice doesn't mean anything. Just because people advocate for it doesn't mean anything. So I think there are a lot of cases of underground stuff that's like really solid. For somatropin, for example, for test, for example, for all the orals, for example. There's tons of stuff that's fake though. It just is. It is what it is. You're in this world of like, you can't be surprised that you might get something that's just not real. So it really sucks to be kind of like fooled. You lose money, you lose time, your body has negative side effects because you think you're doing one thing, but it's really something else. So I recently have found, a source for Bayer. It says testoviron on it. Not only a source for it, but I have two basically. We'll go to any pharmacy here in Thailand and, hi, do you have any ampules? Do you have any vials? Yep, here you go. And you walk out the door. I mean, it's crazy here. This is very free. If you're not here in Thailand, then, if you reach out to me directly on Instagram, I can help you out. Don't comment below. Ask me, hey, can I get your contact? Whatever. Just text me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. I'll give you my WhatsApp. Everything's secure and safe over there. Not DMs, not YouTube comments. But yeah, it was just really shitty situation because I was dieting really hard. My food was low. My cardio was high. And I'm like, why is my body not responding? And I don't know if you guys follow, the Matt Jansen stuff, the Nick Walker stuff over the last several months, in the past few months or whatever. What's his name? Palumbo. Dave Palumbo goes, it looked like he was natural. He had no visual look to him that he was enhanced. And, Quint Beastwood would be, said on his video that Matt Jansen has said, oh, your stuff's fake. And it's like, how many athletes have you said, hey, your stuff's not real? And I'm not saying that their stuff was real or wasn't real, but I'm just saying it really is a common thing, especially for a few of these compounds that are more niched or not. I don't know what the word is. Like, whatever. They're probably going to be fake. And the only way to test it is to get one vial for yourself, spend the money on the vial as the investment, tell the person, hey, I'm getting this tested third party. Like, I'm not going to tell them who you are. I'm not going to tell them what this is. Obviously, they ask for an anonymous sample with no description on it. Blank, blank, blank. They don't want to know anything. So you're going to send it to them, and then they're going to tell you, hey, this is what it is, this is how much, and this is like the purity or whatever, however they break it down. And that's pretty much the only way you can figure out if what you have is legitimate. Other than that, you can get blood work done, If you really trust somebody and maybe someone else has tested their product, or you buy an at-home test kit, there's a bunch of at-home test kits you can get to test your own stuff. It's just one of those things where, like, if you take this seriously and you want to even get into this side of things, just be smart about it. I've ran underground stuff that was dosed either not great or seemed like it was just no potency to it. There was no strength to it. And then I've put in real farm stuff or underground lab stuff that's like really, like, seriously the legit stuff. Even though it's underground, it was legit. And dude, it's night and day. It's like you need a third of the amount. Your body responds like exactly how you expected it to based on this compound and these chemicals. And I'm not advocating that anyone do any of this stuff. I'm simply like, as Seth Feroce says, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna tell you how to avoid some mistakes that I've made. And one of the mistakes that I made was falling for the fact that someone just says, yeah, I have Primobolan, as if it was as easy to come across and create and manufacture and sell as testosterone. Testosterone is everywhere, man, everywhere. But Primobolan, real Primobolan, it's either Masteron, it's something else, or it's an AI or something like that, because when you go to get blood work, most people want to look for the changes in their estrogen-related markers. Most people go, oh, Primo lowers those types of markers, potentially in some, and you can see, oh, those levels are low. Therefore, lowering those aspects of your blood work is going to kind of coincide with, like, less water retention. Your physique is going to be very, like, muscle, the little body fat that you have, and like skin, veins pushing through. That's sort of like the cosmetic look that Primobolan's going to give you, or that you're looking for, I guess, with like, hi, I want to lower my estrogen and estrogen related maybe markers. That's what I'm going for, is like, that's why you take an AI. That's why you take a SERM. That's why you take whatever to drop the estrogen, because when your estrogen is raised, you get what happens to me. and what happened to me, you know, all those negative things. So that's my experience. Just be careful, guys. Like I said, if you need help, just text me on or DM me on Instagram. It's fine. I don't have a problem sharing information, sharing knowledge. I'm not one of those people that like chase irons who's like, oh, you want to know where I get my stuff from? Well, you have to pay me. It's like, dude, you didn't pay anybody for it. So why are you going to charge people for it? Like, what happened to this field of having fun and being like, dude, I have the sickest pre-workout. It's right here. Instead of being like, oh, you want what I have? Well, guess what? You're going to have to pay me. Even though it came to me for free. And just I stumbled upon it. Now I'm going to put a price tag and make you carry that. I just think it's silly. I think you should charge for services like coaching, products that you're physically selling. But dude, just to be like, hey, I have this really good coach. This guy helped me out. No one really knows who he is, but look at all these before and afters. He has 100 clients before and afters, lifestyle people. He doesn't do competitions. And you go, oh, wow, can I get his number? And then he goes, yeah, you have to pay me for it. Like, imagine, that's just stupid. So just shoot me a message. I'll try to help you out as best I can. I'm not going to tell you what to do unless you're a client of mine. I'll give you some advice. But that's the workout plus the fake Primo story. Be careful with what you buy. Get it tested. Test it yourself. Do what you got to do before you buy a bunch of shit and then end up throwing all your money away and, you know, having negative side effects with your physique. Anyways, see you guys in the next video, which is going to be deads? What are we doing? Rows? Deads? One of those.